Hello YouTube, Byron at Splitting Slices. Welcome back to the Knife and EDC channel. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2026, and of course that means it's time for a 2 for Tuesday video. Now, I think I'm going to call this video, I Was Wrong About Small Fixies. What do I mean by that? Well, for many years, I have always thought that a bigger guy, maybe with extra large type hands, that it was just ridiculous for a guy like me to try to use a small fixed blade to do anything. Any heavy-duty work, construction work, EDC task, it just didn't make any sense whatsoever. Well, after using the two knives on the table that you see now for one of them 2.5 to 3 years, the other one for about a year, I am happy to report that it's not only a good idea to have a small fixed blade as an EDC knife, but they've become very useful, very handy, and are much easier to carry on the body in a multitude of ways. Let's get into it. The first knife I have here, I have shown both of these on the channel before, but this is the knife that was designed by Bob Demarco of the Knife Junkie podcast, and he had commissioned Matt Chase of Hogtooth Knives, an East Coast custom maker, to make a collection of these, what I'm going to call pocket-style bowie knives. He calls it the NoVA-1. Now, Matt Chase makes knives for the Marine snipers and used to make the graduating knife that was awarded to the highest graduate of the class. Since then, Matt does custom knives. And Bob had him make this set. This is number 19 out of 27 knives, I believe, that was made. And I want to call it the NoVA-1. Now, what do we have here? We've got an overall length of 7.25 inches, a blade length of 3.5 inches of stone-washed and etched 154 cm steel, has a cutting length of 3.25 inches. Our blade height is 7/8 of an inch. The overall height of the knife is 1.25 inches there at the finger guard, and 1/8 of an inch, the tallest part of the handle back here at the pommel. Now, the blade stock thickness is 3/16 of an inch. The overall weight of this knife is 4.3 ounces. The total weight is 5.6 ounces when you place it in this Kydex sheath with the belt loops or a discrete concept clip that came with the setup. Now, the features on this knife, you have a beautiful upswept clip point blade. Pocket bowie is what I'll call it, with a slight recurve. It is a saber ground with a hollow grind on this blade. You have micro jimping on the spine where your thumb rests. I get 3.5 finger grip on this knife. I get 3 full fingers, and then that pinky rides at the rear of the pommel to give you some additional push capability and some additional grip on the knife. All right. It has ground swedge on both sides, and this knife was purchased for $250 back in 2023. Now, Matt Chase can be commissioned to make a knife very similar to this because he has several different EDC type models. So if you're interested in something that looks like this, you could hit him up and see if you might be able to commission your own customized EDC fixed blade knife. Now, this has also some beautiful burgundy micarta scales that are screwed onto the full-tang construction, and also he uses torque screws for that construction. Also, check out the Anso style scallops in that handle. Has just been an absolute favorite of mine to carry, either on the belt or in my painter's pocket of my bib overalls when I work. And again, that is the NoVA-1 from Bob Demarco, the Knife Junkie, and Hogtooth Knives. The second one I want to talk about is this gem right here. This was a giveaway win. I was lucky enough to win this knife on the TKell YouTube channel on their Sunday live streams that they do. This is the TKell Combatant, and is also a small little self-defense / EDC knife, and has just been a gem of a carry. What do we have here? Well, we have a knife that its overall length is 6 7/8 inches long. We have a blade length of 3 1/4 inches of 80 CRV2 carbon steel. We have a cutting length of 3 inches. We have a blade height of 1 inch. The blade stock thickness is 1/8 of an inch. It is a full-tang construction knife. The handle height is 7/8 of an inch, pardon me. The handle length is 3 1/4 inches. It is a 3-finger plus that pinky pommel brace on my grip. So very nice to basically get that additional grip, that additional push factor on this knife. It does have some heavy jimping on the thumb ramp of the spine. Total weight on this knife is 4.1 ounces. With the Kydex sheath, it is 5.5 ounces. Now, it's a drop point construction with a swedge ground on both sides, and this knife blade has been step milled by one of his contractors, partners in crime, and that would be NCC Knives. They're on the East Coast as well. All right. TKell Knives is out of Georgia and just on the northern border on the other side of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and has been basically, he used to hand make knives, but has been doing production style knife works for the last 2 to 3 years. All right. Now, this knife can be purchased in 2026 right now for around $270 to $290. This is the TKell Combatant. It just has been an ultimately beautiful little fixed blade EDC carry. And of course, these are FRN gray scales that are machined to give you the additional grip in hand. And he makes a variety of scale colors, scale materials, and is looking to expand the line into aluminum soon. So if you're interested in picking up something like this, you could check out TKell Knives' website, and you'll see that he has a wide variety of different blade shapes, different lengths of blades, and different styles of knives, both self-defense, combat, and EDC. Again, this one is the TKell Combatant. All right, well, there you go. 2 fixed blade knives that I say I am glad that I was proven wrong and that have shown me that it is definitely worthwhile to carry a small fixed blade knife as part of your EDC routine. That's going to do it for me today, folks. This is Byron from Splitting Slices saying split a slice with a friend soon. And until my next video, everybody, please take care.